I feel tremendous pain and grief at the loss of so many lives. Initial reports are 31, now reports are climbing up to 40. It's a very, very tragic and painful situation. Something is wrong in our country with crowd management. Every year there seems to be an incident. We remember Bangalore when at the stadium, again, a number of innocent lives were lost. And you hear of children being killed in both these incidents. Very, very heartbreaking. I'm not blaming anybody because it's very easy to play politics with all this. One group will say that it's the organizers of the rally who are at fault. Another group will say the state government is responsible for law and order. Third government will say the police were not there. That's not the argument. For me, the argument is about what can we do as a systematic policy nationally to protect ordinary people. People go in a spirit, whether it's to listen to a politician who happens to be a movie star, whether it's to celebrate a cricket team who are also like movie stars for us. If we are going for such purposes, surely the basic thing must be there must be some protocols or rules or standards in place that this doesn't happen. I really mourn for the lost ones. I convey my condolences to the families. But at the same time, I earnestly appeal to the central government and all state governments to agree on a set of very strict procedures governing all large crowds in any circumstances so that we do not needlessly suffer the grief and anguish of loved ones being lost in these terrible stampedes. Look, everyone is responsible. I'm afraid it's one of these situations where the organizers of a political rally or a cricket rally or anything else, they get some portion of the responsibility. The state government has to also shoulder the responsibility for maintaining order. Public order is a state issue. And the police have a responsibility for also doing all of that. So clearly, pinning blame one or the other, this what they call in Hindi, tu tu main, is not my kind of approach. I want a solution. I want to take steps so that in future we don't have any such incidents.
India relationship, which did a long discussion after the H1B visa fee. There are a lot of discussions going on. How do you see the changes in the international politics? I mean, India getting closer.
The world is in flux. There are a lot of changes happening. I've been talking increasingly about not just a world order, but a world disorder that we are confronted by. And in these circumstances, we have to be agile and nimble. I think we have to be very alert to changing currents, keep as many options as possible. I'm a strong believer in this concept of multi-alignment, that we must make sure that our doors are open to everybody so that we don't have such vulnerability to any one country, whether it's America, whether it's China, whether anybody else. We should not be so vulnerable that we become victims of other people's whims and fancies and decisions. So we must have the capacity, the courage, the strength to be truly able to stand on our own feet, whether one door is slammed in our face from one side or another window is open another side. For us, from our side, keep all doors and windows open, examine all the options, do what is best for us. I think that is fundamentally the answer, and I believe that's the answer that the government is also pursuing. I hope. I certainly think they should be. I have already requested, since 2011, when I first requested the Congress Chief Minister, Uman Chandi, for an AIIMS in my constituency of Thiruvananthapuram. I have subsequently conveyed it to the Communist Chief Minister, Pinarayi Vijayan. I have conveyed it to two successive health ministers, Dr. Harshvardhan and now Mr. J.P. Nadda. I went and saw Mr. Nadda once again 3 months ago. Now, my logic is very simple. Every system requires an ecosystem around it. In Thiruvananthapuram, we have a number of important medical institutions. We have the Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute. We have the Regional Cancer Center. We have the Rajiv Gandhi Biotechnology Institute. We have a significant series of hospitals in the city. Our rural areas are relatively less well served. The area that I identified where land is already available with the government is the land around the open jail, which is in Nettukalteri, not far from Parashala, not far from the Tamil Nadu border. In fact, it will also benefit the rural people of that side of the border and Tamil Nadu as well. So I said it will help the southern tips of two states, because Chennai is too far from the southern tip of Tamil Nadu and we are next door. So for this argument, I've said, look, just visit all the options and decide. In the original submission from the state government of Kerala, there were 4 places suggested. And Thiruvananthapuram was one of them, Kozhikode, I think Kalamassery near Kochi, and I've forgotten the 4th place. I don't believe it was Alappuzha that Mr. Gopi wants. Whatever it may be, they can add a 5th one. The idea should be, and I requested the health minister, send an inspection team to visit all sites and decide. I'm very convinced that once they have seen all the advantages, they will realize that Thiruvananthapuram is the ideal site for an All India Institute of Medical Sciences. I stand by my position. I have given a letter to Mr. Nadda just 2 months ago. I'm very happy to make it public if necessary. But I want to say to all of you that whatever decision is made, and I know that the health minister said yesterday, Kerala will get an AIIMS at the right time and the right place. On the right time was yesterday, not tomorrow. Because frankly, in the first announcement by the new BJP government in 2014, they had promised an AIIMS in every state. Kerala has been waiting now for 11, almost 12 years. So I really want to say to the BJP government, please give us an AIIMS without any further delay. And as far as the location is concerned, come and inspect with an expert team and you will see the answer is obvious. It should be Thiruvananthapuram. That's a great pity. Honestly, I believe that we should have a sensible response to the aspirations of the people. On this, my stand is the same, whether it concerns Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, whether it concerns Ladakh. The aspirations of the people should be the first and foremost preoccupation of the government. And you know, we have given an autonomous hill council to the Gorkha people in the so-called Gorkha land. We've done it for the Bodo people in so-called Bodo land. This should not be such a difficult decision, but who knows, the government in its own wisdom has its own calculations. But to my mind, one slogan, if you like, the aspirations of the people should always be uppermost. You know, I do not want to substitute my outside perspective sitting here in Kerala to a decision made on the basis of local conditions there. I have a lot of respect for Mr. Wangchuk. I think many people do. What basis the government had for their decision, the government will announce, no doubt, in due course. And we leave it, I think, to those who are in charge of law and order to decide what is the best way to restore law and order. But the principle remains, let us please support the aspirations of the people, to which, of course, he was also giving voice very strongly. Thank you all very much.